We thank you, Creator, for your guiding light. We thank you, Mother Earth, for your fertility. We thank you, Grandfather East, for the wind, for the birth of the sun, the moon, and the stars each day, and the birth of all things. We thank you, Grandmother South, for all that is the act of living, for the fire, the passion, the joy, the pain. We thank you, Grandfather West, for the water, for our spirit guides, and for all those things unseen. And we thank you, Grandfather North, for the good solid earth, for the rock, and for the wisdom of the white-haired ones and the ancestors. We thank you once again, Creator, because you bring us food and water each day. And we always end our prayer with the word Wanishi, which means I am grateful. And we say that 12 times to bring it up to the level of Creator. You're welcome to join in with me with that if you'd like to. Wanishi, 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 Aho. So I'd just like to tell you a little bit about the Lenape Nation of Pennsylvania. The Lenape Nation consists of the people who remained here and who never left here. And so many of our partners have really helped us tell that story of the people who remained here assimilated in Pennsylvania. We've come a long way. Most of the historical textbooks still say that all of the Lenape left and that none remained here. But thanks to our many partners, in particular the University of Pennsylvania, who was the first academic institution to tell that story, to invite us to help co-curate that story, the story is getting out there. Nevertheless, we are the people who remain here, and we feel very fortunate that among all our people that were widely dispersed, that we do remain here in our homeland. And so we're very fortunate to be able to go to the river, to go to the trees, to go to all our relations every day, to be in the land of our ancestors. And we felt those ancestors all along the river as we went down in many sacred places along the river.
It is truly, truly an honor to be here and to be the recipients of the wampum. I am the one with the great honor of having the job description of being the voice of the Delaware River. My job is to make sure that anytime anybody anywhere is making a decision that would harm or help the river, that the needs of the river and all the streams that feed it are not just understood and heard, but are given the highest priority in the decision-making process. But of course, giving the river a voice and protecting the Delaware River is not the job of a single person. I just happen to be the one that has the honor of bearing the title. But protecting our river, protecting all rivers, protecting the Delaware River watershed is the job of a community, is a job of this community, of the whole community, because only by coming together and working together can we accomplish that goal. And sadly, at this point, it is a goal. River protection is a goal we need to achieve. While we hear across western parts of Pennsylvania and in other parts of the country where this horrific fossil fuel industry continues to grip our communities and inflict incredible harm using things like mountaintop removal, where we are blasting off the tops of mountains, or engaging in drilling and fracking, where we are taking millions, and if you talk about multiple well pads, hundreds of billions of gallons of water every day and injecting them with toxic contaminants and then injecting them into the earth, and inflicting all kinds of damage in order to retrieve shale gas. While that is happening, destroying communities here within our Delaware River watershed, we don't have drilling today. Why don't we have drilling today? Two reasons we don't have drilling today. I am honored to say that 20 years ago almost, the Delaware Riverkeeper Network legally petitioned for, fought for with the community, and secured a special designation that gave the Delaware River a special level of protection called Special Protection Waters. So when drilling and fracking threatened our watershed, we joined together with the community, with the Lenape peoples, to say we are Special Protection Waters River, you cannot drill here. And lo and behold, the Delaware River Basin Commission agreed with us, and we have a moratorium in our river against shale gas development because so many people, hundreds of thousands of people, joined together to fight for the protection of our river. Just last week, there was a new piece of legislation proposed that would require 100-foot forested buffers on all streams across the state of Pennsylvania, with additional protections given to rivers who suffer from pollution or who are so pristine still that they're identified as high quality or exceptional value in the state of Pennsylvania. So we have many, many good things. We have, at the end of last year, we brought, the Delaware Riverkeeper Network in 7 towns brought a piece of litigation against a very pro-drilling piece of legislation that would have mandated every community in Pennsylvania to allow drilling and fracking in every part of every community. And we brought a legal challenge. And we had a conservative Pennsylvania Supreme Court issue a phenomenal ruling that, to me, sort of shows how positive this second path of the river story is, and kind of brings it back full circle to the concept of equality between all peoples, human peoples and the natural peoples. We had a conservative Pennsylvania Supreme Court rule that the right to pure water, clean air, and a healthy environment are inherent and indefeasible rights that are not given to us by law, but in Pennsylvania at least must be protected by law, and that these are rights that that belong not just to present generations, but to all future generations to come. So we have to protect their right to pure water, clean air, and a healthy environment, which to me says we have to go back to remembering and believing that the river is part of our community, and that all peoples includes not just human peoples, but the animal peoples and the plant peoples and the rock peoples. And when we start believing and embracing that again, the way the Lenape peoples do, we will come back full circle and we will restore true health to our river, which will restore true health to all of us. And so I am honored to be here to receive the wampum. I am honored to work with the Lenape peoples in this important mission of protecting our river, and I'm honored to be here with all of you who care an awful lot about our river, because you are here today to also dedicate some portion of your lives to protecting the pure water, clean air, and healthy environment of present and future generations. Thank you.
On behalf of the Lenape Nation and the history of the treaty, we would like to pass on the wampum for you to hold and protect. We trust you completely in the protection of this wampum until the next 4 years comes up. So.